Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Due to YouTube's changing quote-unquote community standards, I created a channel called Grumpy Old Fart over on Rumble, a free speech alternative to YouTube. You can see all of my stuff over there, including my political and social commentary, as well as my current events videos. The links to my YouTube and Rumble channels, as well as links to let you order my books, are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I did a video on the Dyatlov Pass incident just now. And when I was doing research for that, I came across another unexplained incident of another hiking group with 9 more hikers in Russia, but this was in 1993. And this one is almost as perplexing as the Dyatlov Pass one. It's not as famous, but it's just weird. And it doesn't have as much weird information as the Dyatlov Pass incident, but it's pretty weird. So here we go. Unexplained incident, the Korovina group. Korovina. K-O-R-O-V-I-N-A. Korovina group. I'm going to say Korovina, because I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. My Russian isn't great, so bear with me. Okay, here we go. In August of 1993, a group of 9 hikers led by an experienced hiking teacher and leader of a hiking club named Lyudmila Korovina set out on a hike across an area of southern Siberia. The hikes tended to exhaust the students. Some of the parents feared that Korovina worked the students too hard and withheld food. The students loved the hikes. So, I don't know if it was that they just wanted to be tough or what, but they came back exhausted and they loved it. So obviously they're doing something they enjoy. So the parents let them do it. Now, it was scheduled and planned to be a medium difficulty hike. Unfortunately, the weather turned and became very cold with rain and snow. This was unexpected. There was also a thick fog, which was described as sticky. A sticky fog. That's weird. And here's some other disturbing reports that I found that were, I don't know, weird, I guess. Animals in the area were described as behaving oddly. Deer, bears, and birds were acting abnormally. Normally, if you're walking along a trail and you see a deer, the deer sees you, it runs away. That's normal. Or it'll watch you for a minute and then run away. These deer would stop and just stare as you walked by them. It was crazy. Bears and birds were acting abnormally as well. Trees in the area were leaning in odd ways. To me, that says some sort of a geomagnetic or a gravimetric anomaly of some kind. I don't know. Now, it is possible that electromagnetics can mess with people's minds. That's a possibility I hadn't considered. So, yeah, maybe. The team was scheduled to link up with another hiking team, but they failed to show. On the 5th day of the hike, all but one of the team had died mysteriously. The one survivor, her name is, let me see if I can find it, Valentina Udachenko. Anyway, this survivor reported that the group had pitched 2 tents and camped on the slope of the Krutyoy Pass. It was cold and it was heavy rain. Their tents had a lot of trouble in the bad weather with, tent ropes being pulled up and stakes being pulled up and like that. One of the tents collapsed and the sleeping bags got wet. There were no visible landmarks at 10 a.m. It was freezing cold. It was snowing. They tried to hike out, but one of the team kept falling. This is where it starts to get weird. Korovina stayed with him and ordered the others to go down. Excuse me, but then she almost immediately asked that someone return to her. The survivor returned while the others tried to set up a tent. The sick team member at that point was dead. He died quickly. He was walking along and kept falling. She said, I'm going to stay with him. You guys go on ahead. So they took off a little bit, and she said, wait, come back. And he was dead already. Boom, that quick. His eyes were wide and indifferent, and he was frothing at the mouth. At that point, the survivor, Valentina Udachenko, tried to help another team member, but she got bitten. The team member bit her. She dragged the team member to the group, and another team member began banging her head on the rocks. Something was driving these people crazy, to the point of dying. Korovina wasn't breathing at that point, so even she died. The experienced one died. Valentina realized nobody was moving. She moved away for a bit, and she wrapped herself up in a tarp, made sure she was dressed good. She woke up the next day, the others were all dead. These people all went mad and died in a very short time. Valentina managed to survive in the wilderness. She discovered an abandoned transmission tower and followed the power lines where she found a deserted village, and then she got to the riverbank. There, she was discovered by a group of hikers from Kiev. They helped her and took her to Slovakia. Slovakia, I guess? Now, nobody knows why the team members died. There are lots of theories, but no solid proof. The weather was certainly a factor, but that was not what killed them. If Udachenko is telling the truth, then this is a serious mystery. The problem is that her stories do not match up with specifics of evidence. She said they died in 2 areas, but the bodies were all in one place. She said they used camp stoves, and then later said that they used fires. Udachenko was only 16. She was the youngest member of the team. Whatever happened to the team affected everyone except Udachenko. Was it something they ate? Was it something in the sticky fog? If they're all eating the same food, it should have affected her. The sticky fog should have affected everybody. The animals in the area were acting weird, but if they were affected by the fog, well, why wouldn't it affect Udachenko? You see? Korovina's daughter, now here's where it gets weird. Korovina's daughter, Korovina's daughter, was paid a lot of money by the government not to investigate her mother's death. A sticky fog to me sounds a lot like a chemical weapon. If the government paid her a lot of money not to investigate, because in 92 the Soviet Union had fallen. They weren't the tyrannical old Soviet Union. So paying somebody not to investigate her mother's death, yeah, that sounds like some sort of a government cover-up to me. Was it a government weapons test? Maybe a chemical weapon? Who knows? Was it poison food? But why didn't it affect Udachenko? The autopsies indicated signs of starvation, but Udachenko claims they ate over 2,000 calories a day and snacked at every rest break. There was no reason for them to have suffered from starvation. This incident has many similarities to the Dyatlov Pass incident from 1959. Are there naturally occurring toxic gases in the area? If so, why did it not affect Udachenko? Again, there are too many unanswered questions in this case, and none of it makes any sense. Anything that would have affected the rest of the group should have affected her. Was there something the rest of the group was doing that she wasn't partaking in? Maybe the rest of the group was getting drunk in the evenings, drinking vodka or something, and they didn't share with the little kid. That's the only thing I can think of. Was it something in the vodka? I don't know. Again, it's like the Dyatlov Pass incident. There's too many unanswered questions. You cannot make sense of it. These people were fine. In the space of maybe early morning to noon time area, in the space of 12 hours, the rest of that team all went crazy and died, frothing at the mouth and banging their heads on rocks. What the hell? It didn't affect the 16-year-old kid, but it affected everybody else. That's just crazy. Again, do your own research. If you find something that I missed, please put it in the comments. I'm not perfect. I never claimed to be. And if I got something wrong, please correct me. Love all you guys. You folks have a good day. God bless one of y'all. Clarissa Lowe, a historian from the future. Delmore Kane, a Civil War veteran turned outlaw. This oddball pairing faces a conspiracy of epic proportions spanning the centuries. If you like action and adventure westerns with a splash of science fiction and fantasy, check out my book series Drifters and their ongoing adventures.